Hello and welcome to Nation Innovation. So we were discussing about the 8086 microprocessor. Now we are going to start with interrupts. Interrupts are very important from microprocessor programming point of view. So basically the meaning of interrupt is to break the sequence of operations that is being carried out by microprocessor. Or you can say that if your microprocessor is executing a set of instructions, let's say instructions I1, I2, I3. These are the set of instructions up to IN, and in between something happens which interrupts or which breaks the flow of this sequence. That process is called as interrupt. So while the CPU is executing a program and when an interrupt occurs, it breaks the normal sequence of execution of instructions and diverts its execution to some other program. That is called as interrupt service routine. So let's say you have, this is your microprocessor, you have instructions I1, I2 and so on up to IN, and in between interrupt occurs. So as soon as interrupt occurs, it moves to, instead of I3, now instead of I3 will not be executed. Instead it will take to another set of instructions, let's say J1, J2. This is called as interrupt service routine or ISR. After executing these instructions or after this ISR is completed, again the control gets back to the main set of instructions, and then after this ISR, I3 will be executed. Now, if you ask why do we need interrupts or what is the need for interrupts? So interrupts are particularly useful when interfacing input-output devices that require data at relatively low speed as compared to the speed of the microprocessor. And interrupts are basically of two types: hardware interrupts and software interrupts. Now we will discuss about hardware and software interrupts. So hardware interrupts are also called as external interrupts, and software interrupts are internal interrupts or instructions. Here in the pin diagram we have seen that there are two pins that allow interrupt request. One is INTR, that is interrupt request. Another one is non-maskable interrupt, NMI. These are the two pins that allow interrupt request, and one pin that acknowledges the interrupts, that is INTA. It acknowledges the interrupt request on INTR, interrupt request pin. Now INTR is a maskable interrupt. What do you mean by maskable interrupt? Maskable means using programming or coding we can mask it, made as hidden so that it does not execute. So INTR is a maskable hardware interrupt. That is, this interrupt can be enabled or disabled using set interrupt, STI, set interrupt, or clear interrupt instruction, CLI, or we can update it using flag register. When an interrupt occurs, the processor stores flag register onto stack and disables further interrupts, fetches from the bus one byte representing interrupt type, and jumps to interrupt processing routine, address of which is stored in the location 4 of interrupt type. An interrupt processing routine should return with I return instruction. This is for the INTR. Now NMI, non-maskable interrupt is non-maskable interrupt is, that is, it cannot be made as hidden. Interrupt is processed in the same way as INTR interrupt. Interrupt type of this NMI interrupt is of type 2. It is of type 2. That is, the address of the NMI processing routine is stored in the location. The address of the NMI processing routine is stored on the location as 0008H. This is fixed. And this interrupt has higher priority than the maskable interrupt. This interrupt, non-maskable, has the higher priority than the maskable interrupt. Now coming to software interrupts, that are internal interrupts or instructions. Now they are caused by INT instruction. It is called as breakpoint interrupt. It is type 3 interrupt. It is called as breakpoint interrupt. Then we have INT and then a number, INT number instruction. This number can be any one interrupt from available 256. Total available are 256 interrupts. Out of these 256, any one can be of this number. Then we have INTO, interrupt overflow. interrupt overflow. Then single step interrupt, single step interrupt, single step interrupt. This interrupt is generated if TF flag is set. TF we have already read, trap flag is set. This is type 1 interrupt. When the CPU processes this interrupts, it's clear TF flag before calling the interrupt processing routine. Then we have processor exceptions. Processor exceptions. So in processor exceptions, we have divide by zero error, unused opcode type 6, or escape opcode type 7. Now what does this software interrupt do as a performance? So whenever this software interrupt occurs, the stack pointer is decreased by 2, stack pointer is decreased by 2, and flag register is pushed on the stack, and flag register is pushed on the stack. Then INTR is disabled, INTR is disabled, and trap flag is reset, trap flag is reset, and SP is decremented by 2, and CS code segment is pushed on the stack, code segment is pushed on the stack, IP is pushed on the stack, IP is pushed on the stack, and ISR address is fetched from the interrupt vector table. ISR address is fetched from the interrupt vector table. Then we have special functions associated with INT 002, INT 04. So let's see one by one. INT 00 is divide by zero error, divide error. INT 00 is invoked by the microprocessor whenever there is an attempt to divide a number by 0. And ISR is responsible for displaying the message divide error on the screen. Then we have INT 01. It is for single stepping the trap flag must be 1. After execution of each instruction, 8086 microprocessor automatically jumps to 0004H to fetch 4 bytes for CS, that is core segment, and instruction pointer of the interrupt service routine. Then we have INT02. It is non-maskable interrupt. Again, non-maskable interrupt. Whenever an NMI pin of 8086 is activated by high signal, the CPU jumps to a physical memory location of 0008H to fetch the address of code segment and instruction pointer of the ISR associated with NMI. Then we have INT03. It is breakpoint. A breakpoint is used to examine the CPU and memory after the execution of a group of instructions. It is a 1 byte instruction, whereas other instruction of the form INTN are 2 byte instructions. Lastly, we have INT04. This is signed number overflow. There is an instruction associated with INT0, that is interrupt on overflow. If INT0 is placed after a signed number arithmetic as multiply or addition, the CPU will activate INT04 if overflow occurs. Lastly, let us summarize the priority of interrupts. So, single step interrupts, then INTR normal interrupts, then non-maskable interrupt, then divide by zero error, divide error, or INTN or INT overflow. So this is the increasing order of priority. This is lowest priority. This is highest priority. Thank you everyone. We will start with microcontroller and its programming from next lecture.